How's it going, YouTube? Tim Jacobs here, bringing you guys our second video of opening, finally, these old Deckmaster boxes that a friend of mine who was getting deployed had given me. I don't know what's going to be in these boxes. He told me the majority of his collection was from the 1995 revised edition, but he also mentioned that there was some cards from different sets like Ice Age and various other sets that he had collected as a child. While going through these boxes, I really don't know what's worth value, what's worth sleeving, what could be played. So if you guys want to leave that in the comments down below, any and all information is greatly appreciated. My girlfriend and I will be doing some research on the cards after opening them, but this will be our first time actually opening these packs. So I'm doing it with you guys in live time. I have no idea if it will be pre-constructed decks in here or if it's going to actually be, old original Deckmaster boxes, but you can just see these were stored in a basement during my friend's deployments and his time in the military. You can just see they are caked with dust. Hopefully there's nothing worth too crazy much in here that's going to be absolutely destroyed, but some of them are dustier than others, but there's a lot of cards to go through. I'm not sure how many we'll be able to make it through in a single video, but we will try our best. I'll be going over a lot of the cards, just showing them one by one. I'll give you guys a few seconds if you'd like to pause it to read certain cards. But I'm assuming we'll get through maybe one box per video. Not really positive, but let's get started. We'll start right here on the far left, I suppose. So I didn't play Magic during the time these cards came out, so a lot of these cards will be me seeing them for the first time, so it'll kind of be my initial reaction. First card, Raised Dead. It's a 1-cost. Take target creature from your graveyard and put it into your hand. Really like that card. Feast of the Unicorn. Now, for the sake of going through, maybe 2 boxes of video, I'll try to go through these cards pretty quickly. I won't read all of them, just the ones that catch my eye. Such as this one. I don't know what set this is from, so if you guys want to let me know in the video down below. We have Blight. 2-cost enchant land. Target land becomes tapped, destroyed at end of turn. Very cool card art. I'll put that off to the side. I am doing a Vampire EDH deck, so any black cards that I find in here I'll definitely like to use, and it seems like there's going to be a lot of them. So I'm not sure if this is a pre-constructed deck, but seeing as there's a variation in, different blocks and sets, I'm assuming this is not the original Deckmaster card that had come with the box, but Vampire Bats. Don't see any vampire text other than that on there, so don't know if that'll be useful for me. Very cool card art here. Dance of the Dead. It's a 2-cost from, I believe, Ice Age? Uncommon. Take target creature from any graveyard and put it into the battlefield. Oh wow, into play. Very cool. This can actually be very helpful for EDH. Treat that creature as though it were just summoned, so it has summoning sickness. The creature is not untapped during its controller's untap phase, so that's a downside. At the end of his or her keep, its controller may pay an additional 1 colorless 1 swap to untap it if Dance of the Dead. Okay. Very cool card. I think I'll actually be able to get some play on this in EDH. It's got a little bit of wear down here in the corner, but just some light play. For being stored in a box for years, it's really could be a lot worse. Uncle Esteban. Cool card art. All damage done to Uncle Esteban by creatures reduced to 0. It's a 4-cost 1/3. I'm not really sure if that's worth seeing play, but cool card art nonetheless. Okay, interesting card art for sure. Very nice. Word of Binding. 2 swamp and an X. Tap X target creatures. This can be great for EDH. I mean, you're playing with multiple people. You can tap multiple creatures. Really like the idea of playing this card. And the condition of it seems really, excellent for being in that box. Just a little bit of dust on top, and that's really it. Definitely put that off to the side for my vampire deck. Breeding Pit. You can see some of these cards have a lot more dust and whatnot. A lot more play. Feast of the Unicorn. Not sure what set this is from. If you guys want to let me know in the comments down below, I'd greatly appreciate it. Soulburn, it's 3 costs. Soulburn deals 1 damage to a single target creature or player for each swamp or mountain you pay in addition to the casting cost. I'm surprised it doesn't have an X up here, but I suppose since it's 2 variations in colors, it makes sense. Gain 1 life for each swamp you spend this way. Oh, that'd be good for a vampire deck. You cannot gain more life than the toughness of the creature or the total life of the target player. Wow. An uncommon from Ice Age. I really like this card. I think this is my favorite card I've found so far. Just a little bit of dust on top. But other than that, I mean, it seems like it's in really good condition. Other than the slight dust, light play. You can see. It's a good looking card. Might be my favorite one so far. Put that off to the side for sure. Another Feast of the Unicorn. Vampire Bat, again. Kind of sad this doesn't have any vampire text in it. Just says Summon Bat. But cool card art. Nice big moon. Oh wow, this card art looks awesome. Dark Ritual, 1 cost, add 3 swamps to your mana pool. Very cool card art. Looks like it's seen some light play, but it kind of gives it, you know, the swampy dark black feel to it. So I actually really like this card. Play as an interrupt. I might play that. Very cool. Unholy Strength, target creature gets +2/+1 for just 1. Not a terrible card. Card art, kind of interesting. Not sure what's going on down below here. Kind of looks like he's getting a little face of pleasure on there. Let me know what you guys think about that. Terror, 2 cost, berry target, non-black, non-artifact creature. Yeah, interesting card. Crypt Rats. Horshade. Wow, another very nice looking card here. Enchant World. I've never seen an Enchant World card. 2 cost swamp, 2 colorless. During your upkeep, tap target untapped creature you control or bury this card. Okay. No creatures can attack you unless its controller pays an additional 2 whenever that creature attacks. That sounds amazing. Beautiful card art and beautiful text. If you're playing against like a tribal deck, which is really common now in EDH, this can really slow down your opponent a lot, especially if they're playing like, you know, 10 or 11 elves or, you know, cats or what have you nowadays that's on the board. Definitely, I think one of my favorite cards I've seen so far. Its cost is reasonable too. Very cool. Definitely put it off to the side. It might be worth something. You guys let me know down below. We have Torture, 1 cost. Not sure what set that's from. Mind Ravel. Crazy looking card art. Uncommon from, I think it's Ice Age. Target opponent chooses and discards a card from his or her hand. Ignore this ability. Draw a card. They get to choose what card. They can just get something, you know, not great out. So, Gaze of Pain. Cool card art here. Got her little monocles. Not sure what happened to her face. Dark Ritual. Okay, so this is a different printed version of Dark Ritual. Card seems in pretty good condition. Light play. Another 1 cost. Same thing, add 3 mana of swamp to your mana pool. Uncommon from Ice Age. I really like that. Another Gaze of Pain. COP Black. Okay. Evil Presence. Very cool looking card art here. Target land becomes a basic swamp. 1 cost. Not a terrible card, especially if you're playing with multiple colors. I'll put that off to the side. Actually, it sounds pretty interesting. Speaking of interesting, overpower card game, Marvel, X-Men, Cable, Energy, Fighting, Strength. Okay, not what I was expecting to find in here, but yeah, you guys let me know what you think about that. No idea. Ashes to Ashes. 2 cost, 1 colorless. Ashes to Ashes removes 2 target non-artifact creatures from the game and deals 5 damage to you. Wow. Okay, that is amazing. If the 2 targets that are removed have power greater than 5, it's well worth it. I mean, you're not taking the damage. You gain a lot of life with a lot of black decks like vampires. This will definitely be seeing a good slot in my EDH deck, and it seems like it's in pretty good condition. Got a little dust on top. But, wow. Probably one of the strongest cards I've seen so far from this set. Chunin Ifrit, flying 3/3 for 3. Well, seeing as we still have a lot of cards to go through, I don't want to make the videos too long. We'll probably be doing 1 box per video. I think 2 would be just too long. But we have a lot to go through, so, you know, if you guys, you know, want to stop by, hang out, check out some more of the videos, I'd greatly appreciate it. Meddling Imp. Tap it forces particular one of opponent's non-wall creatures to attack. Yeah, you don't see a lot of non-wall creatures. That target cannot attack. It is killed at the end of turn. Interesting. Howl from Beyond. Cool looking card art. Another Horshade. Another guy getting Unholy Strength. Strange card art there. Another copy of Feast of the Unicorn. So seeing as we're, you know, coming across multiple copies of cards, I think it's pretty safe to assume that there might be swamps in here, or that this was a pre-constructed deck that the person who was playing this with these cards had put together. Seems like there's play sets, you know, maybe 3-4 versions of cards in here. Our first red card, so far it's been monochromatic black. Mana Clash, very cool card art for sure. You and target opponent each flip a coin. Mana Clash deals 1 damage to any player whose coin comes up tails. Repeat this process until both players' coins come up heads at the same time. Wow, that is just rude. Very cool card. Cool card art, great cost. Looks like it's in really good condition. Yeah, the mechanic with the flipping the coin is kind of fun. It can work against you in favor, but I'm going to put this off to the side. One of the cooler cards I've seen so far, for sure. And the only red card. This card's got a lot of dust on top of it. Breeding Pit, we've seen a copy of that. Pestilence. Dry Spell. Everybody's got a dry spell. This fish did not make it through his dry spell, but hopefully you guys make it through yours. Touch of Death. I think it's the first time we've seen this. 3 cost. I'm not sure. I think that's Ice Age. I'm not sure what this is, though. Okay, that's interesting. Touch of Death deals 1 damage to target player, and you gain 1 life. Draw a card at the beginning of the next. Okay, kind of expensive to do that. You gain 1 life, you draw a card, and you deal 1 damage for 3. I guess you do 3 things for 3. I might find a place in my EDH deck. Drain Life sounds like a Warlock spell, so fits nicely in black. This card art looks awesome. Necropotence. 3 swamps. Ice Age uncommon. Skip your draw phase. Well, that's not cool. If you discard a card from your hand, remove that card from the game. 0. Pay 1 life to set aside the top card of your library. At the beginning of your next discard phase, put that card into your hand. Okay, during your discard phase. Interesting. Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. Not sure what to think of this card, other than that the card art is awesome. Its cost is pretty cheap. Yeah, it might be worth something. It's a cool looking card. Put that off to the side for sure. I really like that. Another Dark Ritual. I really like this card art version of Dark Ritual. Very cool print. Another Howl from Beyond. Word of Binding. This is definitely going to be a cool card for putting inside of EDH. I know we already got 1 copy over here, but I really like that idea of tapping multiple creatures. Oh, another copy of Ashes to Ashes. Okay, very cool. I really like this card. Really like this card. And this is a different version than the other one. Looks like one's printed in 1995, the other one's 1994. This one's definitely in better condition. But yeah, seeing as there's multiple cards of one, I'm assuming that whoever had this collection was playing this as a deck. So I'll check it out. Another Dark Ritual. Because it seems there's 3 or 4 copies of some cards. Our first legend, Grandmother Sin Gear, for 5. Kind of expensive. Not positive what set this is from, so if you guys want to let me know if you do know that. It's a 3/3. You can pay 1 colorless, 1 swamp, and tap. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Interesting. Really like the card art. The candles make it, I think. And she looks pretty mean. Summon Legend. It might be worth something. We'll put it off to the side. I'm not sure if I would play it. It seems like it's in, you know, lightly played, maybe less than lightly played condition. Not terrible. By any means, it could be a lot worse, seeing as the way that the cards were kept in a box in the basement. Plague Rats. 3 cost, star, toughness equal to the number of Plague Rats in play. No matter who controls them. Cool. That can be kind of fun. And it looks like there's another copy of it, so that just kind of solidifies my theory about it being a pre-made deck that this guy had put together. Gloom. White spells cost 3 more mana to cast. White enchantments with activation cost 3. Okay. Good if you're playing. Maybe sideboard it for against the white decks. Yeah. I don't know if I'd use it, but... Krovikan Fetish. Looks like there's some eyeballs on that necklace. Draw a card at the beginning of the upkeep of the turn after this card comes into play. Target creature gets +1/+1 for 3. Not terrible. Looks like an Ice Age uncommon. A lot of uncommons in here. Cloak of Confusion. 2 cost. Weakness. Paralyze. Morphine? Morphined. Morphine. Looks like Predator took off his helmet at a young age. Summon Fiend, Ice Age, 4 cost 3/3 with Swamp Walk. Not a terrible card. Yeah. Card art's a little spooky, but hey, that's black for you. Another Terror. Bury target non-black, non-artifact creature. 2 cost. Another copy of Pestilence. So, yeah, you know, I'm not sure what I'm coming across here that's worth keeping. You know, maybe in sleeves or something. But you guys let me know if anything jumps out. Summon Thrall. Cool card art. 3 cost. Not a great ability. Infernal Harvest. Very cool looking card. I think this is the first V card I've seen. I'm not sure what set that is from. So 2 cost. Return X swamps to owner's hand. Infernal Harvest deals X damage divided any way you choose among any number of target creatures. For each swamp that you return to your hand. It's not terrible. Card art's awesome. I'll put it off to the side. It sounds kind of cool. Infernal Harvest. I'll put it off to the side. See if we can find a place anywhere. Fear. She doesn't really look like she's fearful. It looks more like she's surprised and maybe pleasured. Not sure what's going on down below. Target creature cannot be blocked except by black creatures or artifact creatures. Not a bad card for EDH if there's no black on the board, so I might put that off to the side. Nice, another Dance of the Dead. Really like this. I found 1 or 2 of these already. Definitely a cool looking card though. Maybe one of my favorite card arts that we've seen so far. Really like that. Put that off to the side. Another Dark Ritual. Drain Life. Sengir Bats. Norit. Ice Age, 1/1 for 4. Pretty expensive. Murk Dwellers. Now it looks like we're coming down to the bottom. I didn't see, you know, any crazy lands or split lands or anything like that. But still, it's cool to see a lot of these old cards. If you guys want to check out where I got these cards from, feel free to check out a link down below to the original video. Bog Imp, Flying, 2/1/1. Another Dance of the Dead. And another Dark Ritual. So yeah, we didn't find anything I would say that's too crazy, you know, expensive, but I enjoyed looking through all these old cards. Found some really cool card arts. I'll have to do some research. Again, I'm not sure what the majority of these cards are worth. I enjoyed going through them though. I found some cards that I'll definitely be using in my EDH deck. So let me know down below, guys, if I saw anything that I went past or anything you have questions on. Let me know what playset some of these cards are from. I don't know what this symbol is. You know, the V, I'm not sure what that was. I saw a lot of Ice Age, a lot of Revised Edition. Just, you know, a couple of really cool looking cards. Nothing probably too expensive in this one, but hey, we've got 5 more of these old Deckmaster boxes to go through, so definitely stay tuned for those. If you haven't yet liked or subscribe to the channel, we greatly appreciate you guys doing that. We have a lot more videos to put out on all these old cards that we're gonna be opening, so definitely stop by for those. Really appreciate if you guys would stop by Patreon to help support the channel so we can do more videos like this. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you, and we will be opening our next Deckmaster box within the next day or two. Thanks for stopping by.